Hello, my MGTOW brothers, YouTube and TikTok fam. Although I'll be leaving TikTok soon. This is your boy E-Man67. This goes out to all you quintessential nice guys. Once I was once, to my personal shame, a very unproud member. You nice guys need to understand something. Nothing is wrong with you. But you must understand this. Western women, to them, emotional stability is boring. This is why so many of them are attracted to the bad boys. They're attracted to the drama. They're attracted to dysfunctionality. See, men represent order. Women represent chaos because they're governed by their emotions. It's the very thing that gets them in trouble all the time. Why else would they choose men of low moral character to have their children with? Because all is based on how that man is making her feel at the moment. With the logical male mind, we would think, well, this is man, husband, and father material. He's going to provide a stable environment for your child. The way women think, oh, he's cute. Oh, he can put it down. Oh, I like the way he's dressed. That's how their mind works. Why do you think so many of them, why do you think pimps use fancy clothes and pretty colors and everything to draw women? Because they're essentially children. Women, don't think with logic. A lot of them, not all, but a lot of them don't think with logic. And that's the reason why so many of them always end up with bad boys. Because it's how that bad boy is making them feel at the moment. And that's what everything is about with them. Is the way they're feeling at the moment. It's always about these misplaced and misguided emotions that gets them in trouble every time. I got two young nieces, twin nieces, both of them 26. Got caught up in the emotion at the moment. I got a third one that did the same thing. It's about what they're feeling at the moment, and these men are not good for them. And I see so many young women get caught up in the emotions of the way this person makes them feel at the moment. They don't say when they look at him, is this man husband and father material? Is this guy responsible? Is this someone I want to be the father of my children? Those questions don't come into play before it's too late and the damage is already done. Now, I try to give all three of them, soon to be four because she's of age now, advice about choosing men of moral character, because I don't want to see a lot of the young women in my family end up like this. Men think with a logical man. Women think with their emotions. But those emotions are supposed to be for nurturing. See, this is the reason why women's mates used to be chosen for them by their father. I'm beginning to understand why the men of yesteryear did this. Because they knew what modern man has forgotten. You leave a lot of women to their own devices, and they will make the worst possible choice for themselves. And then what do? They blame us. Unfortunately, the black man has been the black woman's punching bag for over 50 years. Actually longer. Ever since they sold the community out to CIA agent Gloria Steinem, getting mixed up in an ideology and a philosophy they had no business even getting involved with, which is feminism. They sold the black man and the black community out to feminism. For they can be selfish. Ever since then, the black family has been on life support. There were more black families than there were white families, percentage-wise, back in the day. I spoke to a lot of older people, and they tell me about this. Now it's on life support. And it began with the welfare state. But first, black and white families were on welfare. But thanks to, discrimination, white people were able to get out of the projects, which were built for both white and black people. That just left black people in the projects. And with the damage done by the welfare state, the man had to leave the house because you're better off with me, without me than with me. That was the death's knell. And then the black woman sold us out to feminism. And then that began the whole I don't need no man thing. And they didn't. At least not a responsible one anymore. Because thanks to welfare, they got daddy government taking care of them. So they can just lay up with anybody. The rise of the Pookies. These are the men that give them little tingles. It's not about him being a good man. It's not about him being a responsible man. It's about what they're feeling at the moment. And whether he can hit that G-spot when he's putting it to her. Now, I'm sorry. I know this is painful to hear, but that is the mindset. Lost in all this was the responsible black man. He was literally evicted from the community by welfare. Black woman, I don't need him. I don't have to take orders from him. I don't need him to guide me. I got my welfare. And I got my Pookie to satisfy me sexually. Like I say, that responsible black man represents order. Women represent chaos. Chaos is emotions. Emotions have their place in society. But not when you make life decisions. Life decisions requires logic, reason. When you nurture your kids, that's emotion, to let your children know that they are loved. That when they reach a certain age, they're turned over to dad. That's how it should be. Then dad teaches about life. But these women today, they don't want to take any kind of orders from a man of moral character. They don't want that. But with that Pookie, she calls the shots. Because a Pookie is nothing but a man raised by a single mom. And he's going to have the same emotional baggage as a woman. That's all a Pookie and a thug is. A man with the emotions of a woman. The only difference, they got 200 pounds of muscle to back them up. And a man with the emotions of a woman, with 200 pounds of muscle to back him up, is a dangerous motherfucker. Will rip your head off. I've seen it. This is the reason why we have no accountability in our community or in our neighborhoods. So what's the responsible man supposed to do? Like many of us on my channel, what is the responsible black man supposed to do when he's evicted from the community? The women don't want him because they know he represents order. And there's going to be rules in my house. They don't want to follow those rules. They'd rather mess with the Pookies. Because the Pookies will accept them for who they are. They'll accept the Pookies for who they are. And neither one of them will grow or change. And that's what's in our community now. Then come the passport bros. And now they're trying to shame responsible men for that. Pursue your happiness, men. Get your passport. That is all.